We're good now that I remembered to turn off the mute on the microphone. Buddy, happy Sunday. I hope today's best going into production for y'all. I was pulling laundry, which is why I'm a little late. I just wanted to fold up at least a little bit so it wasn't like sitting all on the couch, even though I hide the couch most of the time anyway. Just wanted to sit down and fold most of that out. Get it out of the way. Today has otherwise been okay. I slept a lot. Voice is a bit quiet. Either because I sat up and leaned away, or because I didn't move the microphone in front of me, or the shape of the. Hold on. I don't know why the shape of the. I don't know why the shape of the sinusoid keeps changing when I'm not looking. Meaning like where it takes the volume in from. But I think that should be better. I shifted it just now. Get it out of the way. Oh, hey Burrito. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you, fam. But yeah, today has basically been pretty good. I'm going to see how I feel about my usual post-stream activities after stream today. Just cause like I've been sleeping, and Jay too, damn. Alright, we got the crew here. This is good. These are the correct vibes today. This makes me happy. Everyone is here. Alright. So yeah, the plan either which way still, regardless of like how things will work out, but I want to say hi. I appreciate it. Deeply appreciated. Because yeah, the main thing that I'm mostly thinking about as far as today is concerned for stream is I'm gonna try to knock out what's the word I'm looking for? I'm gonna try to knock out the last two gyms today. We will probably get to at least explore a little bit of Mount Silver, but Mount Silver is also really scary. I am not fond. I am not fond of. I'm not fond of Mount Silver, but that's just because the place is basically meant to be like Hell World on purpose. Lots of caves, lots of confusion. At least it isn't hailing at the peak in Gen 2. Oh yeah, that's true too. Because weather effects exist in this game, but they hadn't yet done it where like certain environments will have persistent weather effects. That didn't happen until at least Gen 3, I want to say. So yeah, fun fact. Generation 2 did introduce weather effects. So yeah, Sunny Day. I know for a fact Sunny Day and Rain Dance are both in Gen 2. I don't remember if Hail was, but I don't remember. I don't think Hail was, but I don't remember for sure. But none of those effects were like, you couldn't get them as like map effects. Starting from Gen 3 though, specifically in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, you could get areas that just had like persistent weather effects. Hey Mojo. And that's when you started to get the effect that that's when you get the effect that Stubby's talking about, where it's like, oh yeah, in Gen 4 they made it so that it's constantly hailing on the peak of Mount Silver. Yay! Well, just when I thought that place couldn't get any more terrifying, yeah. So let's see here. In-game horizontal. Alright, hold on. Shouldn't switch scenes yet, because I have to make sure that the crystal's open first, and then we can go from there. But yeah, at some point I may also like sneak and go make I may also make mac and cheese during like a longer stream break. I'm thinking about it. Tempted as I am to like spoil myself by ordering out food, I shouldn't. So yeah, the last time we played Pokemon Crystal, I punched Blaine in the throat really, really hard, and I laughed at him, and I said, "This is mine now." And that's how that turned out. So we basically only have like 2 gyms left at this point. Yeah. So we're taking the long way back around to Fuchsia because I didn't feel like going down the cycling road. The nice thing about, to a certain extent anyway, I kind of remember Gen 2's level scaling being kind of terrible. No, you're not misremembering. Basically, the main issue with Gen 2 as a generation is mostly that, with the way that, like, a lot of, like, what's the word I'm looking for? The way a number of things are laid out in Gen 2, especially in, like, Kanto, you have a hard time, unless you know exactly what to look for, you have a hard time getting yourself into a situation where you can, like, actually get ready for red. Like, I'm going to be upfront with y'all, I'm cheating like hell to get ready for red. I'll explore at least a little bit of Mount Silver legitimately and let y'all see what that's like and how that goes. But if we're gonna do the challenge of the red, I have to cheat. Because the alternative is that I literally spend a very long time grinding off stream, and I'm not in the mood for that. I don't want to do that. I really don't. I really don't. So we're gonna cheat at some point and get it resolved that way. Because the alternative is I have to spend a lot of time grinding. Basically, I don't think he holds the record at current anymore, but at the time of the release of Pokemon Gold and Silver, and then still with Crystal, Red was, bar none, the trainer with the highest level Pokemon. in the entire game, and quite possibly across the franchise in terms of this is a trainer you can walk up and fight. All his Pokemon are, roughly in that 70 to 80 range, and as I understand it, for lack of a better term, their genetics are literally perfect. Or if they're not, they're very close to it. That man will just fuck you up. You do not have a good time. You don't. It's just not a good time against him. So we're gonna cheat, is what I'm saying. There's gonna come a point where basically, in order to make sure that I am absolutely ready, I will have probably like cheat jacked all my Pokemon up to level 100 or something, because the alternative is to use a truly absurd amount of rare candies in order to do it that way, and it's like that's too much effort. So I will at least probably do it like a split save state or something, where like we keep Fuchsia City, behold, it's Passion Pink. I never played Gen 4, but from what I understand, Cynthia dethroned him for the toughest champion fight. She didn't have highest levels. He was by far one of the most difficult, but Red, if you're talking like purely, especially if we're talking like from the perspective of like purely like level, Red still had her beat by like a factor of yes. My grandpa's a Safari Zone ward. At least he was. He decided to go on a vacation and took off overseas all by himself. He quit running the Safari Zone just like that. And that's how they justify the Safari Zone not being in gold, silver, and crystal. One of the things to keep in mind is that like a lot of that, while Satoru Iwata was able to do a lot, is the notice here? Safari Zone office is closed until further notice. Yeah. But yeah, one of the reasons why, despite all the work that Satoru Iwata did to help compress the cartridge data so we could get both Johto and Kanto on the same cartridge, there's still some things that, just couldn't fit. So that's why, for example, Viridian Forest in this game is not an entirely separate map. You just walk through that little grove that's shaped vaguely like it. And that's why the Safari Zone isn't in this game either. They compensated by doing the bug catching contest instead. It's basically about as good as you get for something Safari Zone-esque, but But yeah. No, Cynthia though, neck and neck for, if we're talking just like outright toughest trainer around, Cynthia runs neck and neck with Red for that. Yeah. Like, I think it's one of those things where with Cynthia in particular, if y'all remember the really, really long rant I went on about psychic types, we're gonna get Umbreon fixed up at some point, but not just yet. But yeah, the main thing with Cynthia is that, basically speaking, Cynthia debuted in the generation with the physical special split. On top of the fact that she had, bar none, I will be straight up with you on this, right? Garchomp is probably one of the best pseudo-legendaries that has ever existed in Pokemon. There is no other way for me to phrase it. Like, Garchomp is flat out, literally one of the best pseudo-legendaries that has ever existed in a Pokemon game. Even in the situation where, like, yeah, pseudo-legendary Pokemon are supposed to be really strong and kind of kind of scary, right? Like, I cannot stress to y'all enough. I cannot stress it to you enough. I will try, but I cannot stress this to y'all enough. Garchomp is literally one of the best pseudo-legendaries that has ever existed in Pokemon. And they gave Cynthia one, with perfect stats. Yo, champ in the making. Whoops, take a good look around you. The trainers all look like the leader, Janine. Which of them is the real Janine? Good question. The invisible walls are much easier to see in this generation than previously. Fooled you, haha. I've heard Garchomp as being a spawn of Satan and even he fears what he has created from a friend in high school. Yeah, pretty much. I didn't mean to put Jolt out first. Alright, we gotta switch. Alright. Switch it up, phones! Alright, let's see. Flamethrower. Why is Bulbasaur in the poison type gym, you may be asking? It's because Bulbasaur's subtype is poison. So that's why. Oh yeah, fun fact about Pokemon Crystal. I don't know if y'all can hear it through the headphones, but I hope you can. The sound effects are... The sound effects do have dual audio channel stuff. Yes, I'll change Pokemon. Fernie, it's your turn. So whenever I do like Flamethrower, it does travel from like the left ear to the right ear. Ooh, I lost. You're not weak. Damn right I'm not. Well, wasn't my disguise perfect? Yeah, considering that you do look literally like Janine, yes, it was very much so. The real one is like at the middle of the gym. I'm Janine. How did you know I was real? Let's battle. No, it's not. It's not her. Like I said, the real one's at the middle. Okay, Cindy. What would be funnier? Surf or Aurora Beam? Surf would probably be more funny, because Surf will have stab. Yeah, Surf is funnier. Darn it, I wanted to win. Well, too bad. You don't get to win. You must be getting tired. I've only fought 2 people so far, so not really. You betcha! I'm Janine. Alright, Barry, sure. Oh hey, it's Baragon as a Pokemon. I'm really impressed by how basically... Ooh, Thrash. Ooh, that hurts. Almost every other time I use Dragon Breath, it does actually paralyze, which is hilarious to me. My disguise was right on. Dang. No, it was. You should be impressed. Hey, you. Was my disguise cute or what? Huh? No. You did a good job. You did a good job, Blood. I can't deny that. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm only joking. Oh, never mind. It wasn't the one in the center. I'm a fool. I know nothing. I know nothing. Who's up front right now? Oh, it's Jin. Alright, let's see. We'll try Dragon Breath, but... yeah, I was afraid of that. Yeah, like, almost every time that I've used that, it has paralyzed, which is impressive to me. What would be funnier? To freeze it out of the sky or to shock it out of the sky? Or to give it a psychic mind cramp? The mind cramp is probably funnier. It is funnier, but shocking out of the sky seems the most humane. Yeah. Oops. Genie is about to use Ariados. Yes, actually, because bug types are immune to psychic type attacks. And now y'all understand why I brought Fernie and Dash along. That is incorrect? Okay, bug is not immune. I forgot. Brain does the forgetter. I've been playing these games for too long, and I get my resistances mixed up sometimes. Bugs are still super effective against psychic types, but bleh, 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 bleh. Dark is the one that's immune to psychic. Yeah, that I didn't forget. I just got my brain went funny cramp in the other direction. Thank you. What hold item did I even give to Esper, I wonder? It could be a Twisted Spoon. Anyway, yeah, you don't get to detonate on me. Get fucked. You're not doing that. Wheezing, nope, still not changing. Venomoth. Will I switch? Yes. Pick it up, phones. But yeah, this is basically the reason why I brought along, this is the reason why I brought along both Fernie and Dash. It's because, one way or another, a lot of the types that overlap with Poison type, especially in the first two generations, usually have weakness to fire type attacks, so it's like, yeah, might as well. You're a tough one. You definitely won. Here's the soul badge. Take it. Give me that. You're so tough. I have a special gift. It's toxic, a powerful poison that steadily saps the victim's HP. I'm going to really apply myself and improve my skills. I want to become better than both Father and you. Fun thought I just had. When Generation 10 becomes a thing, there will be more Pokemon gens with 3D models for the main games than ones with static sprites. Jesus Christ. Oh, you're right. You're right, because they switched over... Because the switchover was in hang on, let's count. Gens. Gen 5 is sort of halfway. Yeah. Because I was gonna say Black and White and Black 2 and White 2 feel like they are only really halfsies because even with Gen 4 we had like 3D environments, but like still we were working with sprites primarily. We didn't go fully 3D till like Gen 6, till X and Y. We didn't go fully 3D until X and Y. So for my purposes, I choose to say that we have to count it from Gen 6. But yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9. So basically, yeah, once we hit Gen X, once we hit Gen 10, we'll be at basically the even break point. And then if you really want to count Gen 5 as like halfway, then yes. I don't, but that's because I'm just like, I want to count it as 3D models for everything and not like 2.5D. But that's me. This hurts me in the same way as learning that post-Cataclysm Azeroth has been in World of Warcraft longer than pre-Cataclysm Azeroth, and a reference I make for myself alone. Yeah. Also true. Alright. I don't remember what Blue's gym lineup is, and I'm not going to go look because I'm going to like be. I just want to give myself at least a little bit of a sweat time by not having an exact idea of what's coming next. Let's see, deposit. We don't need both Esper. We don't need both Fernie and Dash. For now, Fernie is going to go back into here. Some of the 3D models were rough, but they're becoming better and more emotional since Gen 9, and I'm the happier for it. Yeah. Like, I would say that mostly, right? Pokemon at least had the Stadium games and the Coliseum games as a reference for how to make the transition. It's just that they didn't do it in the main games for, like, a really long time, right? So, Pokemon probably already had at least a better starting point in theory as far as that's concerned, but I would say that the main thing holding them back, and this is my personal perception to be clear about this, the new models even have textures showing fur and feathers that look like plastic. Yeah, the main thing is that because they were very intent on keeping all of the mainline games on handhelds, they just literally did not have the processing power to be able to, even with like the other, even with like Stadium and Coliseum as reference points, they did not have handhelds with enough strength to like actually give the mainline games that backing. Right? And now that we are at the point where, like, the consoles that are being targeted for the mainline games are, the consoles that are being targeted for the mainline games at this point now has, right? Yeah, now it's at the point where, like, the mainline games can now run that fidelity. And it's also helping that maybe, just maybe, quite possibly, finally, maybe, the Pokemon Company is not up their own ass trying to, like, crunch out more Pokemon games. Maybe, just maybe, we are at the point now where, because that is happening, we have a much easier time like actually getting the things, you know, the way that we want, or the way that we would like. That's my personal kind of like take on it, right? Am I entirely out of pocket when I say that? In theory, a little, but I also feel like I'm right. I'm just saying. Okay, good. We're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Get Phasma sorted out. I would like to be able to use her. Confuse Ray, Hypnosis, Shadow Ball, Spite, Mean Look. Don't need Confuse Ray. Because Confusion is a great status when it works, and then when it doesn't. You're not wrong. The Pokemon companies feel like they need to stop crunching Game Freak and need to continue learning that. Yeah, like it mostly kind of. I feel like it's gonna mostly depend on how things turn out after Legend ZA. You keep a mean look for the other. Yeah, just in case I happen to need it for that. G meter. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do the old Hypnosis G meter combo. Especially since right now Gengar, unfortunately, the annoying part is that because Shadow Ball is not being classed as a special attack in this game, unfortunately, we kind of got to live with Shadow Ball not being as good as it really should be. So we need Hypnosis G meter to pick up the slack on that. Haze resets stat changes, I think. I need to double check. Don't tell me, I'm gonna go look. Yeah, Haze is great for competitive, but like not here. Yeah. For all the Link battles you're gonna... Okay, cool. Yeah, this should more or less be good, I think. I'm gonna look over the team comp one more time and think it over. Because I do intend on like boosting up Umbreon as well. Because I know what Red's team lineup is, I just don't remember the individual Pokemon as well as I would like. I don't remember what order they come out in, but I know what lineup he's using. I just don't know what order they're going to come out in, and I'm not looking it up just because I want to give myself at least a little bit of something to sweat about. Are you going to battle the leader? Good luck to you. You'll need it. Viridian City Pokemon Gym Leader? Unknown. The rest of the text is illegible. I guess the reason why they do it that way is to keep it a secret. Specifically, because if you're coming at this fresh, right, you're not supposed to know who the Gym Leader is. Yo, champ in the making, how's it going? Looks like you're on a roll. The Gym Leader's a guy who battled the champion 3 years ago. He's no pushover. Give it everything you've got. Yeah, it was also like that in Gen 1. Yeah, they did it on purpose. Alright, let's see here. Phasma, you go up first. Yo, finally got here, huh? I wasn't in the mood to Cinnabar, but now I'm ready to battle you. You telling me you conquered all the gyms in Johto? Johto's gyms must be pretty pathetic then. Hey, don't worry about it. I don't know if you're good or not by battling you right now. Ready, Johto champ? The Lego blocks supposed to be Pokeballs with Pokemon in them, by the way. Oh, that's good to know. Oh wow, this is fucked. Did I take Jolt out of the party like a clown? I think I did. And I saved physically, but I didn't make a save state. It's fine. This is fine. I didn't do anything, sucker. Get fucked. Yeah, I have Jolt in the party. Yeah, I don't think I moved Jolt out of the party, so we should be okay. Alright. Pick it up, phones. And with the attack reduction, even the crit doesn't do that much. Get fucked. Okay, right on. Yes, I'm gonna switch. Okay. Lorelei should be okay here now, because it's right on. Unless you taught the ride on Fisher, in which case, this is going to hurt tremendously. But now we're good. You're fucking cooked. Get fucking cooked. 10 level difference doesn't really matter when it's like quad weakness. Ride on's eating shit. Yeah, you're not making it, dude. I respect that you tried, but you're not making it. Go to sleep. I'm really happy that I kept Dash in the party. Is it enough to kill? Close. Solar Beam? Nope. Cute, but we're not doing that. Oh, fuck. It takes... I thought it would take longer. Oops. That's my fault. Wow. That's my fault. I threw that. I threw that. I threw that. Because I'm a clown. I threw that. Because I'm a clown. It only takes 3 turns when it's raining. Because I'm a doofus and I forgot that. It takes 3 turns when it's raining. Anyway, do I have a max revive in the bag somewhere? No, I do have one. Okay. Yeah, Dash. You gotta get up. Esper should be able to tank 1. Nope, never mind. I'm full of shit. That Executor is way too strong for that. Alright, so I absolutely fucked this up. That's fucking hilarious. Part of me wants to be petty and start it over again and swap in first and get the order right this time, but I gotta learn to take my licks sometimes. Not this time, motherfucker. Gyarados, yes. Jolt. If I do get cooked enough, I will start it over though. If I do get cooked enough, I will start it over. But if I don't, then we're good. Jolt, use Thunderbolt. Quad weakness, by the way. Gyarados is probably fucked. Even with the level discrepancy, I don't think it has strong enough special stats to live that shit. No, you don't. Go to sleep. Fuck off. Alakazam. Phasma would be perfect for that if Phasma wasn't knocked the fuck out. Ooh, might be cooked. Let's see. How bad? How bad? Did you live that? Barely. If Dash was literally... Yeah. If Dash was literally faster... Yeah, nah, we gotta start it over. We gotta start it over. Because I will have to do too much shuffling around in order to, like, not get my shit pushed in. I lost that. I lost that. I lost that. I lost that. I can admit that. I am not so proud that I cannot admit that I got fucking cooked there. Phasma at level 50 will probably outspeed. Phasma at level 50 will probably outspeed it. That's my personal opinion anyway. Destiny Bond. No. That's 125 speed stat. Dash. Agility. Flamethrower. Fury attack. Stomp. Fire spin. I don't really need fire spin at this point. Flamethrower is better for what I want. So we can throw agility on there just for the memes. If Rapidash had Baton Pass, on the other hand, also, that would be fucking hilarious. Because it's like, oh yeah, get out, agility, Baton Pass, Lamau. For context, Baton Pass is a move that allows you to switch to another Pokemon in your party. Thank you so much for the follow. We keep those anonymous so that people can follow without having to feel any pressure to, like, unlurk or whatever. Appreciate you joining the Gage Gang. Welcome on in. But yeah, the thing about Baton Pass that makes it so fucked up, yes. Instead of Psybeam, Psychic. That's yours now. So yeah, the thing about Baton Pass is mostly that, when you use it, any stat changes that were on the Pokemon that used Baton Pass get passed on to the next Pokemon. Hence why it's called Baton Pass. It's really good. Agility, quick attack, double kick, pin missile, thunderbolt. Nah, it's fine. Yeah, we're putting everybody like level 50 as a base. It's Baton Pass has been banned in multiple generations competitive. Yeah, because basically, like, if you a surprising number of Pokemon can learn Baton Pass. So if you get it on the right Pokemon with the right stuff, things get fucky. Acid Armor, you bet. Quick Attack, Bite, Surf. Quick Attack is whatever. Bite at least has an opportunity to maybe do flinches. So I would rather like Acid Armor. I think would be right. Bite is special. Right. Fuck. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about the fact that it does flinches. Quick Attack is helpful, but nah, fuck out of here. I want Acid Armor. Anyway, look at my precious girl. So yeah, at some point I'm probably going to also boost up Umbreon like this. Safeguard. We're good. I'm not worried about like trying to not get popped by status effects right now. So yeah, at some point we are going to give this treatment to Umbra as well, so that I have, because the plan basically is to use Lorelei as a special tank and Umbra as a physical tank, right? Because basically Umbreon's main utility as a Pokemon is both flexibility and being an incredible wall, basically. Umbreon, like Moonlight, Toxic, between like Moonlight, Toxic, and some other stuff it can pick up, it can become really good at just like holding down the line and stalling out. In later generations, when the move Payback becomes a thing, it becomes even better at just being like a really obnoxious "fuck you, you're not getting past me" kind of wall. It becomes really good at that. But in Gen 2, it hasn't quite realized that potential yet. Okay, let's do this though, so that on the off chance that I have to like run this again. Anyway, the 5-level difference should be enough that I should be able to like actually hold sway now. Because keep in mind, literally if I hadn't fucked up with Rapidash before, Dash could have very easily just killed Executor without me having to like eat a gigantic bag of shit. So most of this is on me for not taking it seriously and not paying attention. He's about to use Rhydon. Yep, we're gonna switch it up. Lorelei's turn. Blue is about to use Executor. Yes. This time, I am not going to fuck around. I'm literally going to put Dash out there and throw flamethrowers till Executor dies. Dies! She also got like an extra 5 levels, so that will help also make up the discrepancy. Last time, yeah, it might be enough to nearly kills this time. Ah, Leech Seed didn't work. Get fucked. And this is why I didn't use... This time, this is why I didn't use... I didn't use Flamethrower again, because, you know, that was gonna happen. Gyarados, we're gonna switch. This time it should be Jolt again. One Thunderbolt, knock Gyarados out, don't have to worry about it anymore. And then the only thing is whether or not I've got the chops to kill Alakazam before it punches one of us in the dick. It's pretty much the thing now. Alright, so let's see if Phasma has it. Because Alakazam's 8 levels higher, so there is a chance that Alakazam is... or 4. So Alakazam could still be faster. We gotta see. Yeah, it's still faster. Fuck me. Gengar's cooked. My beloved, you tried. That's my fault. Phasma ate shit because I thought we had it. Okay. That said, Lorelei, I think, might have actually been the better choice the entire time. Because Reflector will raise defense, but that doesn't matter this time. Because Fight is still a special attack. And Lorelei is a special defense wall, so... Oh god, right. There's that. Ah, we made it, though. We made it. Who's left? Who's left? Arcanine. Now we're good. Alright, this is risky. But nothing ventured, nothing gained. Okay, now we're good. Half damage plus being a special defense wall. That... Yeah, no, you're not... That's not working, bud. You tried. I respect it. You tried real hard. You tried real hard, Blue, but that's not good enough. Whoa, doggy. I don't care. I'll do it again. Another one. Anyway, Arcanine would have to either crit with a Flamethrower or crit with, like, Extreme Speed in order to kill. And either of those could happen, but I doubt it. Piss off, I win. What? How the heck did I lose to you? Alright, here, take this. It's the Earth Badge. Give me that shit. Alright, I was wrong. You're the real deal. You are a good trainer. But I'm gonna beat you someday. Don't you forget it. Alright. So first things first. Phasma, I love you, but I don't think you have... I think I gotta do the thing. In the Japanese version, you receive the green badge from Green. Yep. Alright, Phasma. You just chill in there for right now. We're gonna pull out Umbra and get her statted up, and then it's go time. So yeah, Mount Silver, if we make it to the top of Mount Silver today, which I don't think we will, because I think you need at least Waterfall and some other stuff for that, and I probably don't have those things. Alright. So let's see here. I want to say you can make it through. Probably. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this, so I'm not trying to spread misinformation on purpose, but it's also been it's been a while. I'm not going to go look it up right this second. I am not actually invested in knowing just yet. Umbrella Sand Attack. Suit. And we have ad coming. Alright. While the ad break is going, I'm just doing this part, the tedious part of this. Yes, instead of pursuit, because pursuit is not going to be useful for what we need right now. Okay, good. That's handled. Alright. So yeah, now we've got all 16 badges. I'm gonna check this side real quick because I think you can't. I don't think you can approach Victory Road the old-fashioned way. I don't think you're allowed to, but I don't remember. Pokemon League, Victory Road entrance. Never mind. I'm full of shit. You can actually approach it this way. I just couldn't remember. This way leads to Mount Silver. You'll see scary strong Pokemon out there. Okay, right. It does open directly out to there. That's what I forgot. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I remember how to do this now. Hang on a second. I made an oopsie. So here's what we gotta do. So for people who have not played the first Pokemon games, basically speaking, much like it is here, Viridian City is the gateway to the Indigo Plateau in the original Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow also. So this is basically how you would actually get to the Pokemon League in the original games also. Which is still true here, except that the first time that you go to the Indigo Plateau in this game, you would have come up from the southern entrance and gone north, and you would have been blocked from the eastern one. Wow, that's excellent. You collected the badges of gyms in Kanto. Well done. I was right in my assessment of you. Tell you what, Chris. I'll make arrangements so that you can go to Mount Silver. Mount Silver is a big mountain that is home to many wild Pokemon. It's too dangerous for your average trainer, so it's off limits. But we can make an exception in your case, Chris. Go up to Indigo Plateau. You can reach Mount Silver from there. So yeah. So yeah, once you've gotten all of the gym badges in Kanto as well, you have to come see Oak first and then go back up to Mount Silver. That's basically how you get, that's the only way that you actually manage to, like, get up there. Okay, we're not doing this. This is cute, but we're not doing this, actually. Ash, get out there. Get up here! Anyway, so in a more general sense, right? Even though the level scaling in Kanto, as y'all see, is like really, really wildly fucked up, the game does do a very pointed job of making sure that you understand conceptually that, like, no, you can't, like, you gotta keep your team, like, actually, like, prepped up and stuff. Like, you have to. It's vital. It's one of those things where You're cooked though. You don't have the stats to survive that. Get fucked. Even though like the level scaling is like really kind of like messed up here, consider that like unlike Giovanni in the in like red, blue, yellow, whose team is basically like just all ground types. So if you come with anything that has that advantage, you will absolutely wash him out. No pun intended. Blue's team isn't anything like that. Blue will just fuck you up off the rip. Much like he did in the original game. Alright, I should fix this. Hold on. You know, I don't know why I thought that would work. That makes too much sense, I guess. Fuck me. Now you may notice at this point, the battle music has changed. You may be going, but wait, why has the battle music changed back to Johto's music? It's because if you look at your Poke Gear and you check the map, we are technically heading back over into Kanto. Or sorry, we're heading back over into Johto, sorry. Mount Silver itself is technically not located in Kanto, it's located in Johto. That's why. I wouldn't mind having a Crobat, actually, to be honest with you. As soon as Jolt wakes up. Anytime you want to wake up, Jolt. I appreciate it, thank you. Yeah, I'm already confused. That shit doesn't work twice. Doofus. I think also Mean Look keeps me from like actively escaping also. If I get into the red zone, then I'll... Yeah, right. That's what I was holding out for. Because I could just, like, literally pop it with a Thunderbolt and it's a done deal. But, like, god damn it! dick. Yeah, you already used it. Imagine using Confused Rain and getting clapped. Yeah. Oh my god, Golbat, you're such a dick! So, the level discrepancy really should be greater for the level ball to really work well, but I'm taking every advantage I can get. There we go. When it plunges its fangs into its prey, it instantly draws and gulps down more than 10 ounces of blood. Cool Trainer Beth. Hi Chris, good evening, this is Beth. I hope you're awake. Do you want to battle? I'm going to win this time. I'll be waiting for you around Route 26. Look for me, okay? Bye-bye. You would name it that, you would. What? Go on. Kiss your teeth if you want then. Right. Let me know. Also, hi Sin. Okay, let me figure out where we're actually going in this fucking rat's nest of a route. Haha. The Spanish word for a bat. SJ. I mean, come on. It was right there. Stop it. Alright. Well, I almost... Rare candy, now is not the time to use a rare candy. Give me a level ball. Let's see. Though it is skilled at walking, it prefers to live underwater where there is less danger. This is your reminder that when you're looking at that big swirl on Poliwhirl's, it's too obvious, but I'm gonna do it. It's too obvious, but I'm gonna do it because this is me. I'm allowed to do this. The swirl on that swirl that you see, that's not Poliwhirl's mouth, that's its belly. That is a pattern on its belly. Its actual nostrils and its actual mouth is fuck. Right, Jolt is paralyzed. Thunderbolt. Yeah, technically it's intestines. But also like if you're looking for Poliwhirl's actual mouth, it's the upper part of the white part of its body. That's where its mouth actually is. Fun fact. Okay, good. And Jolt is sorted out now. So yeah, if I wanted a Crobat, literally all I have to do is like go. I just gotta go get Murciela out of the out of there, and we're good. Trainers who seek power climb Mount Silver despite its many dangers. But their trusted Pokemon, they must feel they can go anywhere. Yeah, pretty much. In fact, I will demonstrate this right now. Alright, let me see here. Okay. Okay, Hyper Punch modifier is... Okay. Hopefully I did this correctly. Let's see here. Excellent. So with that bit of Billy Mitchellry accomplished, turn that off. Pump her up a little bit more. Alright, I think this is probably about this team. I just wanted to like get Murciela sorted out, but I still do need like I think we are still gonna walk with hold on. We are still gonna walk with at least a fire type. Just because it would be irresponsible to go in without one. It's mostly a question of whether or not we want to go in. Because here's the thing, right? Ernie probably has a better special attack. Well, maybe. Let me see. Yeah, Fernie has a better special attack than Dash does, but Dash is also faster, which is kind of more important here. So yeah, ideally speaking, if you're playing Pokemon Crystal legitimately, basically the best way to train for actually doing red legitimately would be oh right, fuck. I forgot about this part. God damn it. Okay. So I could do this without Flash. I really could. It would not be impossible. It's just a pain in the ass. So somebody was kind enough to actually put in a step-by-step, here's how you get through there without being able to see anything. But part of me is also just like, fuck it, I'll teach something Flash, and then we'll go from there. I already have something that has me. Yeah, I technically don't need something with mean look, so this is fine. And then if I really want to replace it later, I can do that. It's not that big of a deal. Hollow Whirl on this. Shut up, CJ. Also, you should be smarter than I am in this situation and make sure that you come into Mount Silver with escape ropes or a Pokemon that knows Dig or Teleport, because if you get lost in here and you're fucked up, you got to be able to get out very, very fast. In my case, if I absolutely have to get out of here, I can climb my way out, so it's not that big of a deal. Well, damn. Yeah, Sidecap doesn't work because I didn't change my stats, nerd. But yeah, imagine Crystal's Graveler's fight is so I don't know what the word is. Pansy. God. Phrasing it like that just, brother, It swims gracefully along on the quiet, slow-moving rivers and lakes of which it is so fond. As is tradition for every time I catch a Psyduck or a Gold Duck, this is the name that I've given them for generations, ever since learning that apparently they are actually mistaken for Kappa. That has always been the name I've given to every Psyduck or Gold Duck that comes into my possession. It is the way. This book next entry is ironic because it gets the ability to switch to the next generation. Yeah. Or if you're lucky, aside from Swift Swim, it also gets either Damp or Cloud 9. Or at least I don't remember when they did that. I know that at some point you basically became able to get either Swift Swim, Cloud 9, or Damp, I think. For Gold Duck. Cloud 9 for sure, but not and I think Damp. But I could be wrong about that one. Damp being the ability that stops any self-destruction moves from working in battle. Which is surprisingly useful in certain circumstances. How did I know an Ultra Ball was there? I didn't. I kind of just made a guess. Competitively, Swift Swim is probably the best one. Because, for people who don't know, Swift Swim will double the agility... Sorry, will double the speed of any Pokemon that has it when it's raining. And Golduck may not be, like, an absurdly powerful Pokemon on its face, but, having a doubled speed stat is nothing to sneeze at. Which makes sense. Cloud 9, for people who don't know Pokemon abilities, Cloud 9 nullifies all weather effects that are active in the current battle, which is useful in certain situations, but if you have Pokemon that rely on weather effects, and you're doing like a double battle format or something, that's not as helpful as you would like. And Damp has its utilities, but it sort of like assumes a certain it assumes a certain niche. That is like the third Ultra Ball I found while I've been here. Are y'all trying to tell me something? Yeah. telling you to catch a Pupitar and evolve it. This is fair. Oh. Damn. That was really fast, actually. This is... what the fuck? Okay, Stubby, you were right. You were right, because this is, in fact... I don't want to talk to that man. I don't want to talk to that man. So yeah, y'all, Stubby was right. You legitimately don't actually need, aside from Flash, technically, if you don't want to be wandering around in hell, you don't actually need any HMs to make it to red. Because that was him right there. Thunder is stronger up front, but it has worse accuracy, and I don't know if I have Rain Dance to take advantage of it. Pin Missile isn't doing me anything, so fuck it. He's somehow an 8-bit Spite with 256-bit aura. Yeah. Yeah, Thunder is really, really strong. Thunder is like probably the strongest normal attack that a Pokemon can pick up. That's electric type. I guess that cannon is technically stronger, but even more inaccurate. So it's like So yeah, I could actually go punch Silver in the throat. Or not Silver, sorry. I could try to attempt to go punch Red in the throat right now. But literally, my Pokemon all need at least another 20-something levels before I can really even realistically scratch him. Otherwise, I'm going to literally just get murdered if I try. And as tempting as it is to go find that out, I'm too scared. I don't want to do it. I have to be upfront with y'all. I'm too scared. And I don't want to do it. Because I could literally, if I really felt like it, I could just boost my Pokemon with rare candies right now and go do it. And that would basically be the way that we have to do it if we're going to do it now. Yeah, there's no point in putting it off. I might as well just go do it that way. Man, fuck. Alright. Too bad Tyranitar is the GOAT when you're a fighting type. Yeah. Tyranitar has the very unfortunate side effect of being both a rock type and a dark type. And fighting type is one of the most... Yeah, Red doesn't have a fighting type though. Yeah, this is true. But he does have a Blastoise. So... still not the best option if we're being upfront about it. Because Tyranitar is a rock and dark type, which means that fighting types will absolutely kick its shit in. Ground types also do to a lesser extent, so do water types. And Red does have a Blastoise. So, yeah. Anyway, we're just gonna go do the thing. I'm gonna stop being a wimp, and I'm gonna go do it. But if I'm gonna do it, I would rather fight him fresh, and I'm going to do a hard... I'm gonna do a hard save here, and I'm gonna use save states while I deal with like the level manipulation stuff, because like realistically speaking, I'm just gonna have to stuff everybody full of rare candies to make it stick. Stuff everybody full of rare candies to make it stick, then do other stuff, blah blah blah, and then we go. Okay, so I made the hard save first. Let's do the rare candies. Let's do the rare candies first and go from there. Hang on, let me just turn on the one crime to make sure that this... Wrong crime. Right crime. Sure. Wing attack at least has the benefit of being stab. Alright. Alright. Surf is fine. Because Hydro Pump is stronger, but Surf for right now is fine. If I have to put Hydro Pump back on, I have a method of doing that. Despite skipping it here. The Hydro Pump is the last natural move in Vaporeon's move learn set this year, in this generation. So at this point, I can just pump in the rare candies without having to worry about it. We're gonna go to 70 for everybody first and see if that's enough, because I don't want to have to sit here and push further than that. 70 might not be enough. I might really... 75 is probably better, thinking about it, because like, more than a 10 level difference in Pokemon is usually too much to overcome. Okay, let's see. And I know for a fact that with Jin, I'm skipping Outrage. Because Outrage is technically Outrage is much stronger as a Dragon type attack but personally speaking, I am not fond of the downsides to using Outrage. Don't The upsides are not there for me. Outrage is much stronger, but the main problem is that, like, after using it, if you didn't kill whatever's there, you're confused. And I'm like, I would rather not do that. So yeah, everybody gets like another 20 to 25 levels. I think 25 is probably about the lowest that you can reasonably... Let me phrase that differently. Barring other tricks that you may have up your sleeve, I would say that if you're coming at red with anything less than a team of level 70s, you're gonna get smoked. No. Hyper Beam is also exceedingly powerful in this generation because for Pokemon that just have a really high regular attack stat, because again, the physical special split was not in this generation, which means that Hyper Beam runs off of a Pokemon's regular attack stat and not its special attack stat. So that's why like a Snorlax using Hyper Beam will like fuck your shit up. It's really scary. No. Fire Blast is much stronger than Flamethrower, but Fire Blast has worse accuracy. So, again, on principle, the thing about... And this is the thing about, like... And this is one of the things that is obviously one of the very basic parts of, like, move balancing in Pokemon. But it's one of those things where, ultimately speaking, in fights where you have a very tight margin of error, you want reliability over straight power, which is why, for example, like Hydro Pump does a lot of damage and is really dangerous, but like I would rather, if you're like Water Pulse or Hydro Pump in Gen 3, for example, I would take Water Pulse every time because Water Pulse at least has a chance to do confusion and has a regular accuracy stat, even if it does less damage. There basically comes a point at which you functionally have to ask yourself, is the question you ultimately wind up asking yourself past a certain point is whether or not the hit to, if doing something with less damage is worth being more accurate. And in certain situations, like Stubby was alluding to with Slam, it is much better to have an attack that is accurate, even if it's weaker, as opposed to something that is less accurate but stronger. One of the great things that people, I think, misunderstand about turn-based games is that a lot of people are like, turn-based games don't have any tension, they're really boring, XYZ, and it's like, the thing that you don't get is that with turn-based games in particular, the tension is in your strategy, right? The tension is in whether or not you made the right decision this particular turn, right? And that is sort of like the and that's where you sort of like come to that crossroads, right? Morning Sun. No, you're not the wall. And Morning Sun would not be useful here anyway, but cover would be better anyway. The reason why I say Morning Sun wouldn't be useful here is because, as I recall it, I think Morning Sun is also clock dependent, and right now it's counting as nighttime here, so it's not very helpful. Most likely people's going to absolutely lose their shit when they introduce a physical raw type with 100% accuracy, even with low basic. Yeah, pretty much. Because if you have it something that hits reliably, then you are already like a really long way. This is why a large part of what makes or breaks a type is also its move pool. Like, bug types, one of the reasons why bug types are not super great in the early Pokemon games is not just because it's hard to find strong bug types, it's because bug type move pools are extremely shallow, right? Especially in like the first couple of games. And to a certain extent, poison types also have this issue too, right? As both the bug type and the poison type get more fleshed out move pools in future games, that's when you start to like see that they are actually like, okay, we can make this work, right? One very notable example of this is one very notable example of this. Yeah, we do want Moonlight though. We're gonna replace Flash with Moonlight, but I have to do that manually because I can't do that right now. Basically, I have to configure around Umbra's moveset a little bit more, make it a little bit less, to make it a little more conducive to being the wall that I need. Which means Moonlight and Toxic need to both go on there. Yeah, okay, I think this is probably about the fairest. Okay, good. Alright, and then we can turn off that one. Okay. It's about as good as it's gonna get, I think. Yeah. I don't remember what Pokemon he's gonna put out first, and I'm not looking it up because I want to at least give myself that much surprise. Did Pikachu use his Pokemon Yellow Cry? It did not. No. Ah, fuck! Oh, right, I forgot to... Hold on. I forgot to fix something. Alright, hold on. We gotta do a couple of things here. So, Umbra is in the 5th slot. Okay. So, 2 things we have to do here real quick. I gotta Billy Mitchell this a little bit. Okay, so first thing I need to do real quick. We're gonna put Umbra up top here. Later generations, electric types will become immune to paralyzed effects except for those applied by non-electric. Yeah. Very true, but we are unfortunately not there yet, but we will be at some point. Alright, so I want to swap Flash for Moonlight. Is what I think I said, right? Alright, so Flash is 3rd slot. Move. So we're going to take this one. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Right, there we go. Yep, thanks, Billy. I'm tempted to try the Screech Confuse Ray combo and see if this makes Pikachu shit itself or not. I'm tempted. I really want to. So let's try it. And then an ad break starts. Okay, fine. I'm gonna wait till ads are over. Okay, ad break is over. Honestly, legitimately, I was not expecting that we would immediately get to red tonight. So this is technically speaking, if we get this fight tonight, then this is way faster than I expected, truly and truthfully. But I also cannot be upset. All right. Thunder missed. Oh right, I forgot. I think Confused Ray has like what, 100% accuracy? Yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were gonna do that, motherfucker. I knew it. I smelt it. I smelt it. 100% accuracy. Get fucked. Get back in there. Destroy yourself, Pikachu. Be gone. And the reason why I'm not worried about all these thunders is that I'm literally gonna use Moonlight in a second and like bring most of that back. Oh my god, Red, you dick! How's Ace Attorney going, Jasmine? Hi, everybody from Jasmine Stream. My name is Sean. Call me that. I make games. I play games. Games make me basically. I basically had to cheat my way into being ready for this fight because trying to prepare for Red legitimate. I can't, Vinka. This is Pokemon Trainer Red. I cannot catch this. This is literally like the hardest fight in the Oh yeah, sorry. Flash warning. I've been forgetting to do those, and I'm sorry about that. That's my fault. Yes, lots of flashing in this game, unfortunately. This is literally, though, like, I can't catch that Pikachu. It's not the way it works. If you hear the battle music, this is not a wild Pokemon battle. But yeah, on the final case, that's good. This is literally the last fight of, this is literally like the last fight that you can do in all of Pokemon Crystal. And that is right now why I'm fighting for my life. Because, I had to, like I said, I had to cheat to be ready for this because Red will just fuck you up otherwise. Like, you have to... Alright, Pikachu's down. Basically, preparing for this fight legitimately means that you have to grind a lot, and it's just really annoying, really, if I'm going to be honest about it. Like, grinding for this fight legitimately is actually incredibly annoying. None of Red's Pokemon are below level 80, and, oh, that's a lie. None of his Pokemon are below level 70. And that's a special defense boost up the wazoo. I should have taught. I really intended to teach BRB many people online tonight. Ooh. Alright, Jolt's okay, but barely. It is technically possible to beat him with a team of only level 5s. If he splits AI, it takes a very, very long time. Yeah, and I'm not built like that. I'm not. And I can admit to that. I'm not built like that. Okay. I should have probably made sure to teach Umbra Toxic before I stepped in here. If I lose this one, I'll just reload the save state and then try it again. But, let's see here. Yeah, Wing Attack actually has Stab, so I should use that. Oh, thank God. We made it. Blastoise, no, I can't change now because I fucked it up. If this Blastoise has Ice Beam, I'm fucked. Or might have Blizzard. Yeah. Ha! 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 My balls! Alright. This is fine. I can make this work. I can make this work. If I wipe on this, then I'm literally just going to, if I wipe on this, then I'm literally just going to load the save state, so it's fine. But yeah, basically I had to boost all of my... Oh, you're gonna regret that. You're gonna regret that one, buddy. Ah, Rain Dance was just... Oh, and a crit. Oh, bastard. Unfortunately for you, however, there's one mistake that you made here. A very terrible fucking mistake. And that's that you put Rain Dance out with a Pokemon that's got Thunder. Get fucked. God damn, Red. What did you feed this Blastoise besides Rain Dance? A Blizzard, actually, which was a pretty good call. You may be wondering, why did I put Lorelei out here? Because, as Stubby reminded me, Bite counts as a special move, and while Lorelei's special attack is actually pretty fucking high, so... And the best part is that Lorelei is also another special defense tank that I have here. So she can afford to take a hit or two from stuff like that, and it won't be the end of the world. So yeah, basically, putting aside what Jasmine was saying, because I didn't even know that like the level 5 thing was possible. If you are not trying to, like exploit AI loops or anything, and you want to fight Red straight up, minimum level 75 for all your Pokemon, basically. Anything lower than that, you're gonna get fucking cooked. Nah, you're not getting me, motherfucker. I see you, but you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. Get fucked. Alright. Lorelei and Jolt should both be able to do this. But I'm gonna do Lorelei first because Lorelei's got a higher special attack and a stronger special defense and can tank the likely hit better. Like Fire Spin's not gonna do shit, bud. Like I can't switch, but I don't need to switch. Like this is the part that you're not getting. But Lorelei probably actually just murdered this Charizard straight up. Because Lorelei's special attack is fucking ridiculous. I might be off on that, but they're comparable. And that's it. Okay, so I know I made that look hilariously easy, but I want you to keep in mind a couple of things, right? There are a couple things to keep in mind here, right? There are a couple things to keep in mind here. First and foremost, actually preparing for Red legitimately, like I said, if you're gonna prepare for Red legitimately and you're not gonna do the manipulation that Jasmine was talking about earlier before she left, you have to like basically your best bet is that you go punch the Elite Four in the face several times repeatedly in order to get strong enough to be able to handle it. And while getting to red is pretty straightforward, keep in mind that you also have to be relatively sure that by the time you get to him, you haven't worn out all of your you haven't worn out your moves and all that other stuff. It takes a lot more preparation to be up on him legitimately. And you have to be very like aware of that, right? Because it's very, like I said, I made it look easy, but that's mostly just because I had the advantage of like I didn't have to grind a bunch, and I did technically, right? Like if I wanted to be really specific about it, probably one of the least legit things I did was swap Flash for Moonlight the way that I did, but that's because otherwise I would have had like I would have had a useless slot. Because basically speaking, you can make it to red without having Flash or without using Flash, right? But it's a pain in the ass, as y'all saw, right? Like, you have to literally walk in the dark straight up and to and through him without getting caught out. And that is kind of a pain. And keep in mind, of course, that, like, actually fighting red. Yeah, I had that first one memorized because I did not want to waste the move slot. Yeah. Like, there is somebody who was kind enough on GameFAQs to put in a guide that tells you exactly how many steps you need to take and in which directions in order to get to the top of Mount Silver without having to have Flash, which is really useful. But yeah, the thing about red, I would say that the choke points that you run up words are hard. So yeah, I would say that the choke points for red very specifically when you fight him, the choke points are very specifically Pikachu and Snorlax. So on the one hand, I can tell you for a fact that if, for example, you have something like low kick, that will murder Snorlax incredibly fast because low kick basically does damage based on the weight of the Pokemon, and Snorlax is one of the heaviest Pokemon in existence. So you do low kick on Snorlax and it eats shit. But it also has a pretty high physical defense, which makes it a little bit hard to kind of like wear it down, right? Pikachu is the other sticking point because it's pretty fragile. It's not fully evolved, but it's got Thunder, right? And it's pretty quick. In Gen 4, either Espeon or Snorlax is replaced by a Lapras. I forget which one. Probably Espeon. Because Snorlax would be too good to pass up, even in Gen 4. Snorlax is way too strong to like give up that advantage, I think. Me personally. Y'all want to go punch him in the neck again? I say that as if it would be that easy. I mean, it might be in theory, but I would have to like not fuck it up. And I would also have to like put on a max repel and then go look up the guide so that it tells me exactly how many steps I need to take so I don't get fucking McLost again. Yeah, sure. Let's go do it again. I did save it outside, right? Yeah. I decided to be a clown, and I should have, like, actually... I did save it while we were out there, so this should be fine. If I hadn't, I'd be upset. But I'm pretty sure we did. Yep. Alright. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. Nope. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 6, 7. 1, 2, 4. 1, 1, 2, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. I misstepped somewhere. Damn it. I took a wrong number of steps somewhere. Like, basically, the guide that I was looking at gave me the exact number of steps you need to walk. And I messed it up. Like, I can't read, because I can't read, and I can't count. Okay, let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. Oh, that's why. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Damn it. Alright. Oh. Huh. So, apparently, I don't know how true this is, and I don't know if I believe this. Apparently, after you've beaten Red once, you have to clear the Elite Four again before he shows up again at Mount Silver. Apparently. I do not know how true this is. I cannot confirm or deny this because it's probably too deep in the Elite Four level to find. Okay, there is, however, one thing that we can do. There is one thing that I will do as a way of kind of like wrapping the stream. Considering that this is what we've done, there is one thing I'll do. Let's see here. I just gotta find it. Okay, so for this extra thing that I'm about to go do, this is possible on the virtual console version of Pokemon Crystal, but not otherwise. So we're gonna need Dewaynold for this real quick. Now for this, we want to fly to Azalea Town in Johto. Let me see if I can do this correctly. Yeah, I still don't know either. Okay, I just want to try to find just this one thing that will do this without me having to... Okay, cool. Yes. And I found a thing that does it. So we're about to do that right now. It shouldn't. It should not. And even if it does, I can probably fuck around and get the clock to do some shenanigans. Chris? It's Gina. Got time to chat? Picked up something nice today. I want you to have it, so I called. You will come for it, won't you? Route 34 is where I am. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Okay, I gotta turn that off. Ugh. Okay. Chris, isn't it? Congratulations! As a special deal, a GS ball has been sent just for you. Please accept it. Please do come again. The mysterious ball. So now we can go over to Azalea Town. And while we have the GS ball in our possession, we need to go talk to Kurt. Ah, Chris, I just finished your ball. Here. I got a heavy ball. Nice. What is that? I've never seen one before. It looks a lot like a Pokeball, but it appears to be something else. Let me check it for you. Checking it now. Aha! I see. So. Alright. Huh. Where did he go? Okay. Interesting. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try something real quick. So we're gonna save this. Cool. All right. As it starts, select the. Okay. Okay, hold on a second. It says here that it will last until quote unquote midnight. So I think if I fuck around with the clock, I might be able to get this to. Let me see something here. If I fuck around with the clock, I might be able to actually get this to work correctly. Let me see here. Okay, hold on a second. Hey, Rigel. Okay, hang on a second. I gotta. Alright, hold on a second. So basically, I can get around this. I just gotta. There's two things I have to keep in mind first. Alright. Because, yeah, normally I would have to wait, but basically, for this trick to work, I just need to know my name, my ID number, and how much money I have. And now I can make this work correctly. How you doing, Rigel? Hopefully well. You just missed us, Okay. We're gonna say that it is now. Chris, this ball started to shake while I was checking it. There must be something to this. Alex Forrest is restless. What is going on? Chris, here's your GS ball back. Could you go see why Alex Forrest is so restless? So yeah, basically it lasts until midnight, whenever that is. So now we're gonna go and let me save this again. And now I just gotta reset it one more time, and I think we should be okay. Let's see. Start. So basically what I'm doing here essentially is I'm fucking around with the time, with the clock, in order to get it to I'm time traveling basically. Now, technically speaking, there is an input code that actually does this instead of having to like do what I'm doing here. So yeah, basically in order to get the original GS ball, the way that this used to work, Ilex Forest is not this way, it's the other way, I think. Yeah, because that's Union Cave. The way that this event the way this event worked when you did it legitimately. The way this event worked when you did it legitimately is that you would have to basically connect. If I remember correctly, you had to basically connect to like a wireless service. He was looking right at the port. Yes, and I got turned around just a little bit. Give me a break here. I know he was looking right at the forest. I forget. Let a man breathe. Damn. I'm almost free from the mines. That's good. I should probably come from the other side of Ilex Forest. Unless I want to, like... Forgot you need cut to get through this part. God! HMs are such a pain in the ass. But yeah, I think it was something like what you would have to do initially for the event itself was you had to bring your cartridge to one of the limited time distribution events and give them the cartridge. They would give it back to you. And then basically, I think there was some kind of quiz or something you had to do at the Goldenrod City Pokemon Center. And then when you left, you would get the GS ball, like you just saw that I did previously on the stream. And then you'd bring it to Kurt, do all this other stuff. I'm gonna try approaching Ilex Forest from the other side because I can't be asked to get cut and figure out who has it right now. So fuck it, we're just gonna do it this way. Okay, there was a mobile phone thing. Sorry. Thank you, Stubby. I couldn't remember what it was. Yes, Stubby is correct. It was a mobile phone type event that you had to do. Something's wrong in Ilex Forest. You should stay away right now. Okay, so you have to go in through the Azalea town side. Okay, fine. Fuck. Alright. Where's Belle? Because we're not I can put away the Vayne ult, so it's fine. Realistically speaking, we're not going to actually like fight Celebi. Not really. We're not gonna do that. That's what I had the Master Ball for. Like, we're not actually gonna, you know. Like, that's not happening. We're not doing that. And of course, I don't have a regular repel, so I just gotta burn a max repel. But I don't want to fight anything really, so fuck it. This is fine. The forest is watched over by its protector. Stay out of mischief. I don't remember if the actual tree graphics are like moving like this normally when you come into the Ilex Forest, or if it's specifically because of Celebi. I forget. Ilex Forest Shrine. It's in honor of the Forest Protector. Oh, what is this? It's a hole. It looks like the GS ball would fit inside it. Want to put the GS ball here? Yes. So I could fight Celebi legitimately and attempt to capture it. I could do all these things, or fuck it. Get in there. Celebi, the time travel Pokemon. Revered as the guardian of the forest, Celebi appears wherever beautiful forests exist. That's your fault, Stubby. Wasn't that something? Chris, that was fantastic, thanks. Legends about that shrine were real after all. I feel inspired by what I just saw. Oh, it just makes me make better balls. Alright, I'm out of here. Yeah, so the trees rustling is a specific effect of the Celebi event going on. So once you catch it, it stops. Look at my darling child. So yeah, that said though, like I was saying, so like Stubby was saying before, thank you Stubby for correcting me on that, by the way. So initially the only way to get Celebi was to do a specific mobile phone event in Japan. Wow, Pokemon, I think it was also for Gold and Silver. While Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal were the latest Pokemon games, you would have to do a specific thing on your phone in order to get access, right? However, you can, if you get Pokemon Crystal on the Nintendo Virtual Console, you can in fact do this event legitimately. You can in fact do the event legitimately, including being able to like do time reset shenanigans. You just have to know the specific Just Crystal, thank you. The Goldenrod Pokemon Center was replaced by the Pokemon Communication Center. Thank you, Stubby. Appreciate that. So yes, in Crystal specifically, right? And that's, so you can do this on the Virtual Console. You can get access to the GS Ball and everything on Pokemon Crystal legitimately on the Nintendo Virtual Console. And basically you can do all of the same things that I've done here, including time travel bullshit. It's just that with the time travel, you have to have a specific What's the word I'm looking for? Right, that's what it was. You do have to have a if you're gonna do the time travel stuff, the secret code that is relevant to your being able to reset your clock is dependent on your trainer ID, how much money you have, and your character's name. There is a website that exists. I went to it while we were doing this in order to generate a specific secret code that lets you reset your clock like that. But yeah, basically speaking, yeah, secret codes. So yeah, basically you'd have to go to a specific website to get the secret code generation for resetting your clock. You do that, you can jump the time ahead, and then you're good to go. This functionality should still exist in the virtual console version. It's just that you then have to go to a specific website, make sure that you write down your character's name exactly the way that you spelled it, their trainer ID, and how much money you have. And then you can go get the secret code from there, deliberately reset your clock, jump it forward a bit, and then you're good to go. But yeah. This is pretty much the jam. At this point, we are basically done with all of the at this point we pretty much got all of the relevant stuff in Pokemon Crystal, aside from if I decided to sorry, I saw something really fucking cursed on Blue Sky, and I had to just like take a deep breath and pretend that I didn't see it. Only because me reading it makes me angry and like vibrating in my seat, sort of levels of I'm about to pop the fuck off in the worst possible way and crash out really, really hard. So I'm not. I don't want to. Yeah. I'm just like, I'm going to pretend that I did not perceive that, not because it is something. I just don't want to perceive it because otherwise I will crash out intensely. But yeah, basically at this point, the only things I have left to do in Pokemon Crystal would be I'd have to capture Raikou and Entei in order to be able to go up the Tin Tower and then capture Hole. And then after that, I'd have to go fuck around in the Whirl Islands and get down into the pits of them in order to go catch Lugia. And I'm like, I'm not in the mood for either of those things. I'm not. It's so much work. Oh, I don't? Well, okay. Whoops. Well, I was probably thinking about. I may have also been thinking about an entirely different game, and that's why I probably got mixed up. Either way, going up the 10 towers is a pain in the ass, and I don't want to do it. So I could probably do it, but it's like, that's a pain. Don't want to do that. Royal Islands are also, yeah, it's not. So yeah, we'll probably hold it there. I will figure out what we will play next Sunday, but as far as I'm concerned, Pokemon Crystal's clear. I managed to fight Red, and get all of the Kanto gyms out of the way. And you know what? We take those. Hey, Shen. So yeah, Pokemon Crystal, I like it. Pokemon Crystal, it still suffers from the sort of same issue that Gold and Silver did, which is, that things get really, really, really like out of, get a little bit out of whack during certain parts of it as far as like the leveling curve goes, considering that you literally have to like train for Red if you're doing it legitimately. You have to basically like fight the Elite Four so many times, right? Putting that aside, Pokemon Crystal is still pretty fun, right? The unfortunate thing is just that, like, if you're gonna be grinding to fight Red legitimately, you're going to be spending a lot of time, a lot of time punching the Elite Four in the face over and over and over and over again and over again. Yeah, all right. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait on Jeff Swazos to stop bullying us, and then we're gonna go from there. But yeah, at this point, it feels like, insofar as Pokemon Crystal is concerned, yeah, like aside from like running around and doing like specific um aside from rolling up and doing like specific, the word is going to actually land in my brain at some point, I swear. Okay, come on, ads. Whenever you're done, whenever you finish. Okay, cool. Ad break is done. Okay, yeah. So basically speaking, okay, right, here we are. So basically, aside from going to capture Raikou or Entei or Ho or Lugia, and at this point, like going to go find any or all of them would be a gigantic pain in the ass. I've done all the things I think I want to do with Pokemon Crystal. We've beaten the Elite Four. We've beaten Red. We've beaten the Elite Four. We've beaten Red. We got all the Kanto badges. Basically, all the things that I think are immediately relevant are done. So, at this particular point, revisiting Pokemon Crystal, nope, never going to do it again. At this point, we've done the 3 major milestones that I kind of sort of flag the game by, which is beat the Elite Four, you beat the Elite Four, you get all the Kanto badges, you beat Red. And again, while I made it look really easy, I mostly it was mostly by virtue of having 40% of a plan going in. Trying to fight Red cold is, yeah, that shit's scary. Don't be fooled. Um so yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this is done. What will we be playing next Sunday? I don't fucking know. I really don't know. I'll see if we have something on the back, because if I'm looking at my actual backlog, um, this is entirely the wrong spot to have done that. Type that in. Over here is where I type that in. If I look at my current stream games list, I should have said that this is. I need to, first of all, I need to switch which thing I'm doing. I haven't actually updated this in a while because it says that we are currently still working on SMT Nocturne HDR, which is incorrect. So yeah, at this point, we've got that knocked out, and in my current pool of games, um, huh. we have a couple of options. I feel like I want to do a JRPG. I just don't know which JRPG. Um, it might be possible that maybe on by account of the fact that like I just keep never being able to finish Tales of Vesperia, I think we may want to try out Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition and run that as our new Sunday game, so that one I actually finish it because I've been trying to play it off stream and I just keep fucking forgetting. Um, I feel like it would be probably it'd probably be a good run. Looking at it off the top of my head, I feel like it would be a good game to run. Yeah, it might be that. We'll see. I'll make the decision myself later. I have to think it over and make a decision about that. I can tell you though that this Wednesday will be more game dev stream stuff. Um, it could be Shootlancer related, but it is probably likely going to be Viral Core Busters related, since that is the sort of like the test bed that I use for a lot of other programming stuff. So yeah, we'll see it. We'll see what that is. But links and stuff before we go figure out who we're gonna go hang out with. Um, I do game analysis design articles over on my Neo Cities blog sometimes. It's been a little while since I've done one, but I'll figure it out at some point. Stream VODs are up my YouTube. Ko-Fi, you can support me in the stream without having to give money to Amazon and Jeff Bezos. I keep more money from a monthly Ko-Fi sub than I do Twitch subs. Twitch subs are a 50-50 split, and I have to wait to reach a payout threshold in order to actually get anything. If you sub to me on Ko-Fi instead, monthly, I get that money immediately, and I keep much more of it. Um, Throne for free, sorry, not for anonymous gift giving that you can do for me, the streamer, if you feel like doing that. Throne is your best bet. Card has my other social media links on it, but really these days, Blue Sky is where I'm at. If you want to know more about the indie game studio co-op that I helped co-found named Munity, you can go over to munity.games. We have a Patreon with a free tier and a paid tier that you can use to help support us, and also get a link to our Discord. And then our demo for Shoot Lancer is playable over at our itch page. Last but not least, if you don't mind making a Roblox account that you have to use for literally nothing else ever, you can join us on Gilded. I have had a running distrust of Discord, um, right? And, you know, because of that, I was like, let's go on Gilded instead. And then there we go. So, Friday, it will be a Fighting Friday stream. I'll figure out whatever we're doing, 6 p.m. Eastern Time ish. Wednesday, like I said, is a game dev stream. Next Sunday, it might be Tales of Vesperia Definitive. I don't know. I think so. It'll be a good excuse for me to like actually get that game finished for me personally, finally. Um, and we'll kind of see how that goes. But all right, let me go see who we can go hang out with. I'm pretty sure I know exactly who we can go hang out with. I just need to see if they're um, what they're up to first. Yeah, that's where we're going. I have decided this is the spot that we're going to. Um, so we don't get the raid Brito that often, usually because like yeah, because one way or another, I always wind up missing. I always wind up missing Brito somehow. So this time, though, we can actually manage to raid her. So currently playing Dead by Daylight, doing what looks like some emergency mutual aid stuff for a friend of theirs. So we're gonna go hang out there and go chill out. If Dead by Daylight isn't your thing, I understand. This is your chance to dip if you have to. Thank y'all for coming by. Stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask. Don't go outside if you don't have to, but if you do, wear a mask. Be excellent to each other. Not the bigots, racist, terrorists, sexist, anti-queer folks, or fascists. Um, Black Lives Matter. Trans rights are human rights. Reproductive rights are human rights. Um, Palestine, Sudan, the Congo, New Caledonia must all be free. None of us are free until we're all free. Look out for each other. Do your best to take care of each other. It doesn't have to be something big or grandiose. Just be around. You can help and do your stuff from there. But all right, let's go. Let's go hang out. Let's go hang out with Brito. I'll catch y'all later, whenever later is. Till then, take care. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me at Pokemon Crystal. Deuces.